Hi guys. This is last minute. Hold on. Oh crap, there we go. Hi, this is last this is last minute. We can all thank Kim Brown for me being here. Because she was like, "You need to get on and talk about this." I'm like, "No, I don't. I need to go relax. I did 2 readings. I'm exhausted." So, hopefully I won't be on here this late, but you know me, I can never shut up. So hello, my we went from 12 to 26 real quick. I told Kim, I said, "Watch her be the only one that's there." So you all can thank her. I went on Crime and Shame for like 10 minutes because I jumped in there live and like they're like, "Hey, you want to come on for a minute and discuss this?" I was like, "Sure." So I came on for 10 minutes. So I don't know. I was like, "Man, I really want to relax, but I guess I'll go on and talk for a minute because there's so much stuff I have to do." I finally got caught up on my questions. I got one question left, and then I gotta get my products done, and I want to auto write. I'm really feeling pulled to do Lyric and Elizabeth from Iowa, so I'm really feeling pulled to do that. And since the girls aren't here, I don't know about doing that myself, unless I do an auto write, but I kind of already got some clicks on what they were kind of showing me some stuff yesterday. I just haven't had the energy to sit down and do it. My readings are kind of taking it out of me lately. I don't know if it's the full moon or what, but I just found pretty tired the last couple days. I caught up on all my questions last night, and I laid down. I was like, I'll take a little nap. Get up and do some more work. Get up and do some products or something. And I freaking woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So, yeah. There's that. So, hi guys. I didn't expect anybody to be here. It was like last minute, as always, late night. So, yeah. Just wanted to, I guess, discuss this and what I'm kind of thinking now. My readings were way off on this, but I think there's a reason for that. Hey, Kim. Thanks for the super chat. Since it's your fault, I'm here. I don't know what I have to say. I have my ideas and my thoughts. And that's about all there are. I know I even took a shower yesterday. I was like, "Oh, take a shower. I'm going to get on live." Because I'm supposed to do like 10 hours on TikTok. Because I have this thing where I'll get diamonds. They'll pay me for lives or whatever. But I can't even find the money they paid me. Like, I sent it to my PayPal and it never showed up. So I don't even know if it's even worth it. Because I can't do it all. I can't do 10 hours a week on there. I got 6 and I'm like dead. So, yeah, that's all Kim's fault. I'm here. And I wasn't even going to talk about this because, again, I feel like my readings were super off. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's stuff in there that clicks. Like, someone said today that Barry was called Bear, and that's probably why I kept saying a damn bear. And if we go back to the world Autowrites, because I didn't get to work on her before she was found, they kept throwing 17 at me. So in the world Autowrites, they gave me 17, and I think it was like Summers or something. I kept getting 17. So that's the road she was found off of, but they didn't give it to me in her reading, and that's what I mean. Like, I guess if I would have done another reading on her or gotten to another reading, maybe they would have. But the damn interconnects are so confusing. But the crazy thing is it came in the world events one. And it started popping up everywhere. Like there was a number 17 of a boy that or was it no, it was a volleyball player. The volleyball player that passed, she was 17. It started popping up everywhere for like the past 2 weeks, and then this hit, and I was like, oh man. So I don't know. I think she was moved, in my opinion, and like they can't. So I know that there's another DNA there. I don't know how that got there, but I don't think that they had anything to do with Suzanne. This is all alleged and for entertainment purposes only. So I'm not pointing fingers here, but there's just too much means, motive, and opportunity in how he's acted. Like I can't even look at the guy. Ugh. But see, they can't put him in that area, and I think it's because he had put her somewhere else, or maybe a couple other places, and then moved her. Because I kept getting the Range Rover last time. I'm just wondering if they ever checked the Range Rover or anything like that, because he sure did sell that pretty fast. And for the dogs to hit on the bobcat, 3 different dogs, that's not a coincidence. I think maybe he had her there first, and then he eventually moved her, because I didn't get anything about this area. I mean, I got a church. There's like a church really close she kept talking about. And usually if somebody's near a road, like they'll let me hear the freeway. We've seen that many times on other cases. But for some reason, I didn't. So I don't think she's always been there. I think she was in more of an area where I described in the other readings, and then but there is stuff, like the road between the 2 mountains and stuff that you use to get there, and some of the numbers are clicking, like 57, if you look, there's 59. She was found off of 50. Stop. Sorry. She was found off of 59, and 57 is really close by there. And I know I kept getting like water. Well, that's a flood zone, but also like oh, my kids are home. Not my kids, I mean they're adults, but that's why the dogs are barking. So I might have to put it on mute for a second. But if you look, there's like a place with like lakes and stuff like on the other side. So I'm just wondering. Thank you so much, Rebel Soul, for that. I appreciate that very much. Your super chat. Yeah, but the thing is they believe their dad. Like someone was saying today, like when I was on Crime and Shame, they were talking about it being like Stockholm syndrome, But I really think, because I kept thinking, I was like, I want to tap into her because my live sucked, honestly. And that's one reason why I don't like to do live readings anymore, is I get distracted. And no, I see the kids. I see the lights coming in the driveway. That's why. That's how I know they're here. They went to go see their cousins today because their cousins are moving back to California for a little bit. So, well, it's my son and his girlfriend, and she's moving back to California too, I guess. So whatever. I don't know what to say. So, I mean, there's a lot of weird stuff that I got with her, and it seemed to be all over the place. Yeah, no, my live for her reading did suck. Hold on, they're coming in. They're about to. All right, my dogs go wild when they come in. I apologize. Especially Zook, because he always barks at my son like wildly. But Yeah, and that's fine because I have ADHD. I try to slow it down, but unfortunately, sometimes it's I want to get it done before I get any distractions, and sometimes that's just I keep in my mind, oh, read it slow, but it doesn't do me any good. People can always slow it down. I'm a fast person. I'm exhausted, but I talk fast, I think fast. It's just an ADHD trait, and no matter what I try to do with it, I try to read at a normal pace, but unfortunately, that's just the way that I am. So, um yeah, they bark at them all the time, like, even when they come out of the room, it's like, "Are you kidding me?" But they brought my necklace back from my mom's, so, um yeah, dude, I have so much ADHD sometimes. But as long as you guys can get it and hear it, that's fine. I like I said, I do the best that I can. So information comes really fast, so I think when I read it back, it's really fast, but I only went over her readings like I skimmed them. I skimmed them because I don't remember what I get. So I skim through the readings. Um but I did watch the live and I was like, "Oh my gosh, like this life sucks." I was getting so distracted. So, but the one thing that was validated was the bench, the yellow and the blue butterflies, because I kept getting yellow and butterflies, and it turns out that's what they put on her banner. So that was validated. Her being buried was validated. Um so there was things that was validated. There was things that was by there, but honestly, they didn't describe that area to me. So, but this might hopefully will help me with my energy level. I notice a difference when I'm not wearing it. So, oh, I do. I've been honestly, you guys, after she was found, I was like, oh my God. Like, what the hell? Especially since it was 17. And that's what came in. Like, it's been everywhere. I shit you not, excuse my language. It's been everywhere. It's been in my freaking face. Like I said, it came in the Autowrite, and then like every reading I did after that, I kept getting 17 and it would repeat. And then, like I said, it kept popping up everywhere. I kept seeing it all over with different cases, and that's why I'm like, I always see the connections, and a lot of other people don't see the connections, but I do. But never did they give me like dirt. Like, well, in Dylan, I got sagebrush. In Dylan, I was working them, I think, at the same time. I did get and that's why interconnects are confusing. But in Dylan, I did get sagebrush. But yeah, so and in Dylan it would make sense because of the timing and desert areas. That's how it goes for but I was working them at the same time because I remember back then I did a lot of lives like back to back because Tammy was really pushing me and I was trying out the live readings, but now the reason why I don't do live readings is because um I get into people's minds, or I can, it gets distracting with people asking questions, and then I really get into like whatever they're thinking I can think. You know what I mean? So it comes to me. No, they haven't found Dylan. I know somebody did take my area, but I don't know how accurate that map thing is. I don't know. I mean, it matched what I was getting, but everything gets found when they're meant to be found. Everybody gets found when they're meant to be found. Sometimes, like if I'm meant to find them, I'll find them. If I'm not, then they'll get found another way. Like the way that she was found when they were looking for the other lady. I mean, maybe some of my stuff fits the other lady. That's very possible too. Um, and I could be getting evidence or whatnot as well, things that he did after. I think he did a lot of different stuff to throw everything off. Like why go to now when my timing was right because I was getting like 3-4 in the morning, and I just saw that he did actually they are doing like with certain things that it was like between 3 and 4 in the morning that he left and went and did all the trash and everything, and was said he was going to work with no tools and was in the hotel and all of that. So that started at like 3 slash, between 3 and 4 o'clock. So that was correct as the timing too. So there are things that are correct. It just seems like my location was off. So I was sitting like, am I even like, what is wrong with me? Am I even good enough for this? But I could have been picking up where she was before. So I think that he had her at least 2 other places, but definitely one. She was definitely at that house before. And that's why I think they're like, "Oh, we can't place with the GPS," is because maybe he went a different time, and maybe I think he took the Range Rover. Like, that's, like, a really strong feeling that I have, um, and maybe why he got rid of it. And I don't know, did they ever check the GPS on that? Because they can't GPS and say that he was down there, but it depends on when he went. I don't think it was the same day that he went the other way. I think that was to throw everything off. I think he's done a lot of like weird things to throw people off. And even like the gunshot I kept getting, I don't know if that was like a dart or a gun. Things aren't always literal. I don't know. I got so much weird stuff with her. I did get the arguing and stuff, which makes a lot of sense. I did get the affairs. So I think it was money related. I think she was leaving and was gonna take all the money, and in a rage, he did it. I feel like, because I actually had, my friend Susan did a syntax because I told her, I said, "I think I totally screwed this case up." He did definitely plant her bike and helmet because okay, I'll do one thing at a time because 'cause I'm gonna get off base. So, I had her talk about it, or had her do the syntax, which she takes the name and she gets words out of the name. And she told me, she said, "Well, looking at the syntax, like, literally, she pulled number 17 and number 59 out of the syntax. So right there, that's the highway and that's the little road. If you look it up on the map, it's 59. I got 57, which is really, really close. It intersects. Um, which I didn't know there was numbers out there like that. I didn't know where the frick it fit, but I didn't even know there was a 17. If I would have like looked into it and been like, oh, maybe that's my 17, but I don't know. I work so many cases, I don't know like when things like that happen. So she did the syntax on the name and she said, stick with your reading, it's right. She said, um, I got that she was moved multiple times in the syntax, sorry. It's all right there in the syntax of her being moved, of him being having a bad temper, of him drinking a lot, of them fighting, like it's all in the syntax. So sometimes I use her to validate things, like if I'm questioning or upset at myself, because I get hard on myself. You guys have no idea how hard I get on myself, and that's why sometimes I second guess because I don't want to be wrong. I don't want to be wrong, but I do get everything for a reason, so it's a very big possibility. Plus I get things on the way or around the area. There are things that I picked up, numbers in that specific town. I swear there's bodies always by Broadway. Anytime there's a Broadway, we just need to look, because Broadway has hit so many cases. Now there's a Broadway in that town, not that the body was by there, but in that town, and that's on my list. The list that I keep telling you guys I have, that like words on that list have hit multiple cases. So but yeah, she told me, she said, just stick with what you got. Because I did get that he buried her for sure. That was one thing that I did get was really strong. But honestly, yeah, the location is not like, that would have been really easy for her to show me that location, but it just makes me wonder if she's always been there. Like if when I did the reading, she was somewhere else. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm just as confused as you guys. When I saw that, I was like, "Whoa, wait, what? What?" You know? I'm glad she's found, but I'm totally thrown by it. Um, I never did the Tupac thing, and now that he's arrested, there's no point to now. Um, but what was the question? I didn't want to get too very far. I freaking what was the next thing I was going to talk about? I was like, "Oh, wait. Oh, her helmet and her bike." Okay. So I actually read a thing. I'm usually not in a lot of groups, but someone added me to the Suzanne group a long time ago, and they listed like 100 things that were like off about this. Like I could go over all of them if you guys want to, but it's a lot. But one of the things is that she always went in the evenings and the afternoons. She never went in the mornings. She always wore like gloves and things like that. And honestly, like, why would her helmet be in one spot and her bike in another? Like, that makes no sense. That's totally planted. And he was saying, like, he shot a chipmunk with the dart gun, or he shot a chipmunk and then he shot like a deer and did the antlers. There's no antlers anywhere. Like, there's a lot of inconsistency stuff. Like, they have a lot of um it's not good enough evidence right now. They need more evidence, but they have a lot of like circumstantial stuff. The problem is they can't put him in the area where her body was. So let's hope there's evidence on her body, and it just doesn't make any sense. Like, he has all these mountains and he put her there. It's kind of weird. Makes me wonder if he knew if that was like a boneyard where other bodies were, and maybe he thought if he put her there, he'd make it look like a serial killer or something. Because I just wonder if, because there was a different DA found in her glove box, if that was planted as well. It just makes me wonder. Yeah, I know, but this case, I mean, I got a lot of the facts right, but as far as location, it just, unless I was picking up where she was before. Yeah. Right? There's no point to do, I don't think there's a point to do Tupac. It would be per Patreon anyways for a little bit, but I don't see the point. They arrested somebody today. I don't know anything, but there's no point for me to do it. Once someone's found and once they arrest someone, like, there's no point for me to use the energy on that because I only have so much energy. I'm really feeling pulled towards, it's like time. Like, whenever I feel pulled towards a case, it means that it's time for something. So, I feel like I'm pulled towards Lyric and Elizabeth. Like, I try to channel them with the Delphi girls when I did that. So there might be stuff mixed in that fits them. But the I really want to do an auto write on them. Like, I've been trying to get it done for the last couple of days, but every time I go to do it, I'm just exhausted for some reason. But and it might be the full moon because I tend to get really, like, with moon energy, it tends to like suck me for some reason. I'm very in tune with it, and so at certain times in the month I get a little bit more tired. But anyways, they were making me feel like it was someone that lived close to the area. So I really want to do that because they were already giving me inklings into it. Yeah, but they can't really do a toxicology report because it's just bones, unfortunately. They said that they found DNA of a guy with like 3 RAPS on his record. In my humble opinion, I do believe that, yes, allegedly he did it. I hear coyotes. Yeah, so I think that might be it. So we'll go into the Delphi thing too, I guess, tonight when we talk about it. I don't think so, not that long. I don't think they'll be able to get any toxicology, unfortunately. But see, the last live I did, it was a repeating image until I said it. So I don't know if she was being literal or what with that, but I don't know. I picked up a lot of different things with her as far as and he threw a lot of stuff away, so it makes me think that there was definitely a mess. In my opinion. And I think why he smelled so much like chlorine in the hotel is because he probably went and washed off with it. I mean, he's that kind of weird, and like, I feel like I said, he did a lot of things to throw this off and hide evidence and do things like that to where he could get away with it. He's like sneaky, you know what I mean? So by putting her in one place and then her ending up in another, and they don't have any GPS evidence to prove that, I don't think he did it around the same time. In my opinion, I think that maybe they can't check the GPS of every day of his life, you know? I don't know anything about that. I don't know anything about the ring set. Ask him what? Like, there I already feel like he's the one that did it. Yeah, but I don't see so there's a lot of thing with this. If you go back in my readings, I picked all that up, but I don't know if I picked it all up because it was gonna be mentioned or not. I still believe Alan is allegedly BG. There's not a doubt in my mind that he's involved and he's the one, and this could all be in his head. They're now debunking a lot of that stuff, and actually Odinism doesn't have those kind of things, apparently. Like paganism, they're unless they're about Satan, they're not about sacrificial stuff. However, a lot of the stuff, a lot of the names and stuff I did get, they actually exist. And one of the names I got, um, he does drive a red semi. So there is stuff in there specifically that I'm getting that relate to these people. I mean, maybe he knew them and he's trying to throw it on them. I don't know. Um, yeah, no, he does. He was talking about shooting a chipmunk and he's a hunter. So yeah. And actually, there's a hunting area by there that was new development, and I kept getting a hunting area, so I'm sure he knew about it. If they could tie him to that area, it would be better, but I think he did it that way because they can't tie him to the area. Yeah. Oh, I have like 10 Delphi readings, Autowrites. So it's all in there. Yeah, he confessed, but he's saying he was under duress when he confessed. And now he's trying to throw it on everybody else. So they're saying that the F wasn't really a F, it's more like a splatter. They're saying that there's not really anything in any of the Odinism and pagan stuff that really talks about this kind of sacrificial stuff, like maybe satanic stuff, but they're not really. Remember, this is from the defense. So the thing that throws me though is a lot of the names I got, like Patrick, Bradley, um, a couple other names I've gotten, and like one of them connects to a red semi. So there is stuff um that I got that can back up his story, but as far as like the people, but that could just be people that he knew or that this was going to happen, you know what I mean? It could be. Um I don't think the dude's innocent. You have to remember this is coming from the defense. So they're doing their job and trying to create reasonable doubt. Uh, I never heard that the DNA was also on her bike and helmet. I only heard it was in the glove box, and that was from one of the people they had on yesterday. So I've never heard that. And if it was in the glove box, that's easy to plant. Yeah, but just because the pieces of wood were arranged that way, if he's schizophrenic or crazy, he could have done whatever he did. You don't need it. And yes, he could have controlled the two girls with a gun. It's not, there's lots of serial killers and killers that have unalived more than one person at a time. I do. The only thing that's throwing me is I picked up all their stuff that they're saying. I picked it all up. That's the only thing that's throwing me is like, why did I pick up specific names? And picking up a red semi. Sorry, they're barking at my son again. Salem's sitting here. He never sits here. Yeah, so I think they're using the defense are doing their job because they got everybody talking about it. They've got everybody talking about the reasonable doubt. And that's what I'm saying is like I did pick up there's like I said, somebody sent me those names that are involved, and there is a red semi that connects to one of them. The names that I got are specific. The stuff that I got is specific. It can be that I picked up that they were going to use that. I don't know. He could be really connected to those people too. We don't know. But was TBG allegedly, in my opinion? Yes. because the person I saw on the bridge matches his energy, and he's the one with the gun. Now, I don't know, because like, whenever I see stuff, it cannot always be literal. So it could have been like in his mind, like he had help, or he had schizophrenia, and there's alternate people there. It's hard to say because I can only give you guys what I get, and I don't really know why I'm getting it. I kind of just like let things fall into place because I honestly can't figure it out most of the time. See, and if it was in her glove box, I mean, DNA is very transferable. That's what we have to understand too. That doesn't mean that it could have been placed there before. I mean, the guy could have been in the car before if he bought it used. Like, I I just think it's a reasonable doubt thing. And if Barry was planning this, allegedly, think about it. I overthink everything. No, they don't. Someone said today, like, Stockholm syndrome, because basically, like, he pays for everything, he's the devoted dad, even though they knew that she was having problems with him, and I think it was the youngest that was telling mom to divorce him. So I never heard that. I just listened to some people yesterday, and I've only heard in the glove box. I never heard that it was on. You'll have to send that to me because I haven't heard that anywhere else. Yeah, I think they are too. Who's to say that someone didn't have that DNA and rub it all over, whatever. You know how easy DNA is to transfer if someone's planning something. I mean, look at all the stuff that he went through. I haven't heard it either. Um, I listened to a few things yesterday because I wanted to listen to stuff before I got on here because I don't see the point. Once the case gets wrapped up, meaning that someone gets arrested or a body gets found, then I start listening to stuff on it so that I can kind of validate what I got or try to understand it. So I was listening to a few things yesterday and I didn't hear that. I heard it was in the glove box and that was all that was talked about. I never heard that it was on the bike or the helmet or anything like that. So I'd be curious as to who is saying that and where they're getting it from. It's very easy. Like, I could be sitting next to someone and their DNA can get on me. So it's easy if he is something that he planned, because I think he planned it. And to a certain point, he planned it because look at all that he did. He very much reminds me of Fotis, like Jen Dulos, and that makes me wonder because I keep going back to Jen Dulos. I need to go back in her Autowrites and look because I'm starting to wonder if I didn't pick up of some of um Suzanne and Jen because they're very similar. Both of the husbands are almost the exact same. They both did the same thing as far as throwing trash in different trash cans. And Jen and her are very similar personalities and similar lifestyles. So I'm just wondering if there's there's an interconnect in Jen Dulos that I need to look at. Yes, exactly. So I agree with that. Yesterday I only heard the glove box. I didn't hear anything about that. So, I mean, who's to say? And if he planted the bike and the helmet, he could have just who knows, maybe he knows somebody and he like has something of theirs. I don't know. I feel like he's connected and he knows people. Um he's very, very sneaky with this. And it kind of reminds me of Cheryl Croker's like husband too. Like, he's never been arrested. They don't have the evidence. They found her, but they never arrested him. And same thing, I'm worried about that with Suzanne. Like, even though they have her, they might not have the evidence that they need, unfortunately. So, yeah, I'm kind of feeling that Jen, because the last few days I just keep thinking about Jen Dulos and Fotis and how he went to all the different trash cans and stuff. And so Now I'm just wondering if there's not anything in Jen's readings. I'm gonna have to go back and look and see if there's anything that makes sense. And I might try the map thing with her, but I haven't seen that the map thing has been accurate yet, so I don't know how accurate it is. And I do have like a full world map here, which I don't know where I would place it at. I was gonna do it for Dulce. Someone sent me a map of like New Jersey, and I was gonna try it with like a a regular map. It's better if I have like like city maps or water maps. But I've been printing out the map, so again, I don't know how accurate it is at all. He is a true, yeah. Yeah, it's a very similar story in my opinion. And I keep thinking about her, so now I'm just wondering if that's why. Is because there might be something in there that I don't remember that might connect to Suzanne. They're very, very similar, but even similar looks, like as far as Jen and Suzanne. And I think I might have done the readings around the same time too. But yeah, so there might be an interconnect because I get interconnects with similarities in cases and timing. Yeah, no, that's the thing is I haven't even had a chance to like practice it. I just don't have the time and energy, unfortunately, or the ink to practice it on a bunch of different cases. And I need to find, if I'm going to use a big ass map, I need to find a place to put it because I don't have like a big table. So I don't know. I barely have any energy to do anything lately. I don't know. This week I just feel really tired. Like I said last night, I got caught up on questions and I was like, I'm going to relax for a minute and then get on something else, and I freaking passed out. I know. I don't know. How do we know that they're going to be returned to him though? Won't they, because he's like a suspect, won't they go to like her parents? I mean, there might, I don't know. I don't know how it works. I know I got intercepted on my husband's remains by his family. I know it can be done because they did it to me. And that was a bitch. Well, his family did it to me. So, but it's a little different because it's public case. But I don't know if he's going to be charged, Gabby. Like I said, they don't have enough evidence. They don't have anything that puts him in that area or connects him to that area. Unless there's some kind of DNA or something that he missed with the remains, then. And unfortunately, because of the animals and stuff, they were scattered. So, oh, well, I don't know. I sure got screwed when with my husband's remains. Their family just came and got him out from underneath me. Said I didn't exist. Again, it's different. It's the more public case. No, I mean, there's really no point to even try to do a reading on her, and I'm too tired to do any of that right now. What am I doing? Yeah, they might. I hope the parents fight for it. I don't know though. It might be different because they look at him as a suspect, but I don't know. Oh, hey, it was a long time ago. I'm just saying, I was just comparing it to my own situation because I know that there's sometimes there are legal ways around it. Yeah, see, they can. Yep. I know that there's ways that people can do it. But again, this is a more public case, so it's hard to say. I don't know, but that's really my opinion on it. I think she was moved, but that's just what it really feels like to me. Like, I don't think she was there the whole time. She might have been there like for a while, but it's just if he knew that that was like a boneyard, then maybe he. But I remember in the readings, I kept getting like there was other people around her, like other bones, and they kept showing me like a headstone, but the headstone I usually take as like a cemetery, something like that. But it can be, other bodies, or if she was eventually going to get buried. But I usually take it as that, which there's a cemetery that you do pass on the way there. But I remember I kept feeling like other people around her, like other remains around her. So I think that's kind of interesting. But I didn't even go in that direction when I was on the map. It doesn't make sense, and I think that's why he did it. I think that's why it's such a surprise. But it just goes to show that, like, things have a timing, and they happen in the timing they're supposed to. And now it makes me wonder if Edna, which I swear I've gotten that name somewhere, if some of the stuff I got is for her. I'm gonna see, because I swear I got that name before. They haven't found Edna's remains, no. But they found another guy's remains out there a couple weeks ago or something. But it's known as the Boneyards. I did get Edna. Huh. I got it in July of 2019. I got it before I received some back injections. So there's some other stuff that I got, that, like I said, a lot of these like words and stuff fit. You know what? I think there's also a Waverly over there. Remember when I got that in Rachel? I swear I saw that on the map somewhere. I mean, I've done plenty of readings on Dulces. Dulces is all over the place and very confusing. So, like I said, I was going to try on a map, and that's probably all I'm going to do in regards to her, because, I mean, there's only so much I can do on a case. If I'm not meant to find somebody, they won't show me the area. If I'm not meant to get a name, I won't get it. That's just how it is. Things happen and are solved in the way that they're meant to. I swear I saw Waverly on here, though. I just remembered that. I'm trying to think of where I saw it at. See, she was found off to 59, and then if you go over more, there's a 57 that interconnects it. But where the hell was that? There's by the UFO watchtower. It's crazy. See, there's a cemetery right there too. See, there's 57. Because a lot of these things have numbers and letters in it. Where is it? I know that there's a Waverly because I saw it. I sent it to someone. Let me see. I saw it on the map, and now I have to find it because it's going to drive me crazy. Well, let's see what it's by. Okay, it's by the Monte Vista National Wildlife Rescue Refuge, which is just down the way from there. It's not on the other side of the watchtower. So that could be why I was getting Waverly, but it still may fit Rachel. That Waverly's hit multiple cases too. That's what I talk about, like the interconnects, and sometimes it is. Let me see. So now let me try to see if I can find it again. See, there's a reptile park. I need to go back slower through my readings and see if I can. Because, see, there's lots of, I was getting like water. There's lots of like marshy, watery areas on the other side. And there's also lots of, like, there's definitely water close by, but it's on the other side. Lakes and stuff, but just not right by her. But that's why I was smelling it. Because it's also, I guess it gets kind of wet out there sometimes. Where the hell is it? Now I can't find it again. Anyways, yeah, it's on the other side of the watchtower. I saw it once and now I can't find it again. Anyways, it's there. Shit, there's a lot of them out there in Colorado. I'm okay. I'm just tired. Thank you. Yeah, they did find a man. That's what I'm saying. I did get Edna. Like 2 years ago, or whenever 2019 was. It's a long time ago. I don't know how long she's been missing for. Can't find this stupid Waverly Road again. Found it once and I can't find it, but I did take a screenshot. So there is a Waverly that's not that far. Just if you keep going south. So it's in the... I was getting a national park too, but like none of the stuff was like specific. When I found that, I was like, man, it wouldn't have been that hard for them to show me that stuff. So why, I don't know. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't plan on being live too long. I'm tired myself. Yeah, I just wonder if some of my stuff for Edna, like if I picked up anything about, because I can pick up other people in the area. I'm just wondering if I didn't pick up like some of Edna's stuffs in Suzanne. Yeah, it's just odd that he would put her there when he has all those mountains and stuff. Yeah. I mean, really anywhere is, but yeah. Oh no. I don't know. I'm just as confused as everybody else, I think. I just feel like I was way off. I don't know if I would have done something more recent, like I had planned to go back to it, if it would have made a difference. Maybe. Because so that's why sometimes I like to take breaks in cases, because my mind gets too into it. Like where I think I know where they are, it can pop in the readings in my mind. Or if certain people are thinking of things, I will pick it up like in the live. So that does happen, and it can throw me off. But that's why I don't do live readings anymore. I don't think they're that accurate. Except for Idaho 4. But yeah, now we're finding out that RA was in the military. He was National Guard. Which I was National Guard. That's weird. Libby got herself stuck in the bathroom. Again. So, but I remember I had said in the beginning of the year that this was another number 7 year, and we were going to have a lot of cases that were going to start to come to justice or that were going to come to justice. No, Libby, you can't walk. Tries to walk across the computer, and every time she does that, she kicks you guys off. He did. Well, I hope that they gave me that information before he was ever born. But I get pretty like down on myself. When I get off like this, I start questioning everything. Like, well, why did I see that if that's not where she is? And yeah, it is. But I need to go back into my readings now. I do, because I mean, I know I get everything for a reason, but usually my descriptions are a lot better than they were in this. So but again, I'm just a person. I'm just a human. So I can only give what I get shown. And if someone else came in and if someone else came and took over, or if she would show me where she was before, then that would be why. No, people were thinking that he was, but I never thought he was involved in the Delphi thing. But people were thinking because he was from Indiana and blah, 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 blah. Yep. That's because it's a number 7 year. Like I said that in the beginning of this year in one of my lives, that this was going to be a lot of things are going to happen, like crime wise. A lot of cases were going to come to fruition, or they were going to start to come to fruition. But well, I try. Thank you. But I get really hard on like I thought about quitting. That's how hard I get on myself. And like with the thing with Suzanne, like when she was found there, I was like, oh my God, like I totally screwed up her location. Like, should I even be doing this? Like I tell myself that all the time. Yeah, hopefully, like, I don't know. Hopefully. Like a lot of the stuff in Delphi, like everybody's like, oh my gosh, you said all this and now it's coming out, but I don't know if it's just coming out because it or not. But I get really hard on myself because it's a lot of times, like I can't tell, like, I can't tell you where someone is a lot of the times. It's not like I look at a map and I'm like, oh yeah, they're right there. It's more like a description. But then I look at psychic detectives and they do the same thing. They get like the descriptions, right? And then people get found as they're meant to be found. So it's kind of similar, but then I also see the ones that are more specific. And sometimes I wish I could get more specific stuff. And so I get a little hard on myself. And like I don't know, I tell myself, I was like, if I saw BK, would I have thought that it was him? I don't know if I can recognize that or not. Um I know. I'm telling you, that's the kind of I get that hard on myself though. And it's just because I feel like if I'm wrong, I'm not giving them their voice properly. And I told Susan, I'm like, I'm sorry, I screwed up. I'm sorry, I screwed up your location. So I get really hard on myself about things like that, and that's just me. But then, because I always have this fear of like everybody forgetting all the good that I've done and all of that and just focusing on the times I was wrong. Like I had somebody say that my predictions were so vague that we knew there was going to be flying cars. And I'm like, really? Really? Because I didn't know that. Did you know that the company was going to be called Jetsons? I was like, if you knew all this, why don't you do your own prediction channel and see if you can do any better? It's like, yeah, right, you can't. So why are you even coming here saying that? Like, you know? Good night from Dusk to Dawn. Good morning. Yeah, and it might be my perception that's off of things too, but I really think my mind interferes a lot sometimes. Like, that's why I really shouldn't get on a map till I'm completely done with the case, because, like, I'll start seeing places I seen on the map, and then I can't tell if that's my mind or if that's coming from spirit, and it throws me all off. So, yeah, well, sucks being human. I want to be a mystical being. Yeah, but she said it was vague. She's like, your predictions are so vague. I'm like, you obviously don't follow. I'm like, no one knew that was gonna happen. Come on, if you did, you would go make the prediction on your own channel. So there was no reply to that. But that's one of the times I'm a little a-hole to people, is when they come off at me like that. I can't help myself. It's like, you do it to me first, and then I stand up for myself because it feels good, But yeah, that's what she was saying. I was like, if you could have made the prediction, then why? If everybody knew, then why didn't you make the prediction? I used to all the time. I don't anymore. I haven't found the time to do it. So, I've been really bad about that. I'm sure if I did, I would be a lot better at what I do. I don't have the time. And I should make the time. They're just, think they know what they're talking about. But sometimes it feels good. They can be. I felt like telling her, oh, you're just jealous. I told her, why don't you go make your own channel and then you do predictions and tell me how obvious it is. No, because I usually, like, when I do the meditations, I like to do, like, guided meditations. So, but yesterday I was trying to, like, because I feel like they're really pushing me to do the Hey, what do you have? Hold on one second. Let me get this for my dog. What do you have? You're not supposed to have eating paper. She's eating paper. My dog Shira has a little tumor on her leg. I gotta take her to the vet this week and see what's going on. And then my goat, of course, on Friday. Why is it always on Friday that animals get sick? Alara decides she wants to have the D word, and that's really bad with goats. Like, they can go downhill really fast. I had the kids pick up some probiotics today, but my vet's closed, and I don't know any other vets that do it. That take goats. So my vet will usually just give me medications. I'm gonna take her in, but now I'm all stressed out over that. I'm worried about her now because with goats, it's not something that's great. I know, and I like to call people out all the time. It's fun, but people get mad at me. They're like, "Why are you giving them attention? Why are you giving them your attention?" And I'm like, "I don't know, because it feels good to stand up for myself and not just let them think they can say whatever they want to me. That's just my personality. I'm an Aquarius. Give me a break. We don't shut up." I don't have a prediction on it. If I can't, like, people ask me all the time stuff, and, like, I don't know everything. Like, I can't. Only if spirit gives me do I know it. So I don't have a prediction on it. Unless spirit tells me, I don't have one. Like with Idaho 4, they told me he was going to be arrested. They don't tell me that. I don't know. Oh yeah. Can you guys stop? Well, the thing is people get recycled. People come back, and it's all spirit. Like, it's not like a bunch of humans. I don't get it. It always happens on a Friday. No, I think it's caused from coccidia. That's the only thing that really causes that, which is not good. They can go downhill really fast. They need an antibiotic for that. I did give some natural, like, dewormer that's supposed to help with all kinds of stuff. Like loose stool. I don't want to say it on YouTube. So the kid, when Archie and Arlo had it, when I first got them, she just gave me antibiotics, and they were, they had to have it for 10 days and they were fine. And I had some antibiotics here for respiratory stuff, but it's not any good. It doesn't look like it's any good. So I emailed her and I called to see if there was any way I could get medicine this weekend. And yeah, I don't know. She's stressing me out now. So hopefully the probiotics will help until I can get her. And I don't know what else I can do. I'm trying to think if there's another vet I could take her to, but I don't know any others that take large animals around here. Coccidia. That's usually what causes that in goats. That's usually what causes it. Spirit led. I do spirit led on TikTok sometimes. If they don't leave me alone. And I'm not given a choice. So I ended up giving a couple of readings that way because the stuff just wouldn't stop or go away. But if they know I'm tired and I'm closed off to it, they won't bother me. You have to have really strong boundaries. Like, I'm not like Teresa Caputo where I'm going around in the stores giving everybody's readings. It doesn't work like that for me. But if I'm on like a live on TikTok or something and I'm open to it and I'm like, okay, I'll do spirit led. If someone comes in, like it started with on TikTok with like a watch. It's like it was interesting because they came in with a lot of identifying things. The last one I did like that, the watch wouldn't go away. And it was like, there's this gold watch that was handed down from a father figure that's also a grandfather. So that means that they were probably a father when they passed. And I'm getting the name Michael. And there was a couple other, like he's a businessman type. And I'm getting in a car accident. And I'm getting a flip. I was getting all that. And she was like, oh yeah, that's my dad. His name's Michael. He flipped in his truck. And I was getting had a heart attack, and flipped his truck. And he was a businessman and he handed me down his watch. So no, I have one TikTok account. If you're getting messages from anybody else that doesn't have 36K subscribers, that's not me. I'll never message anybody for a reading. So that sometimes happens if I'm open to that. But sometimes it's hard to figure out where it belongs because I've been on there where I've had a couple of things coming at me at once and I had to figure out where it all belonged. So that's why I don't like to do the spirit led. It's kind of hard sometimes unless they're that specific. They're not always that specific. We do get recycled. We do come back. That's what past lives are about. I don't know. I wonder sometimes. Tammy is not available. That's the problem. So Tammy's not available. Lizzie's not available. I don't have anybody available. I either have to do it by myself or do an Autowrite because Tammy's been having to now get up and take her kids to school where she didn't have to do that before. So she's having to go to bed at 9 o'clock. She's 2 hours ahead of me. I'm still doing private readings at 9 o'clock. So her time. So I do private readings from 6 to 8 usually. I can't just jump in and do a reading after finishing the 2 1 hour readings or an hour and 30 minutes, whatever. So I have to, take a break. By the time that I'm ready to do it, she's in bed. So unfortunately, it's not working anymore. And Lizzie, she's had some issues with her neck, so she's been getting up later than normal. So you guys are just going to have to deal with the Autowrites or whatever other way I can figure out how to do it. I haven't tried to do a reading with anybody else. I haven't even been doing as much on YouTube as I would like to because I go up and down with my energy levels, Sometimes I feel really good and then I'm like, okay, let me get caught up on I had all these questions. I had like 20 questions. I answered them all. Finally, that wore me out. Now I've got to work on the products, which are mini readings. So I've got to get caught up on that. And then I have TikTok because I was trying to do the 10-hour thing. I think I'm just going to tell them never mind. That's like impossible for me. And then here, and then I still have Patreon. So I'm pretty busy all the time, and it's constant. Everything that I do causes energy. So tired. So unfortunately, that's what's going on with people, and doing the readings. I was doing them that way. It is exhausting. I don't think people understand like how much energy it takes. And I sit and I'll drink coffee all day and I'll drink energy drinks, and it's like, oh, what the fuck? And I'll have healings done, and I'm just like, oh. Yeah, they do that. They go and they copy my videos, put them on their channel, pretend they're me. I'll never message anybody for a reading, plain and simple. Where's my Big Mac? I want a Big Mac. I'm glad I'm alive too. So I don't know what my prediction is for this case. I kind of feel like it's going to be hard to prove anything. I don't know what they have though. So I mean, I don't know. Spirit's not showing me. They're not showing me. They've never showed me him in cuffs or anything like that. So I can't really say. That's funny. Hey, buy me a Big Mac. You're sweet. Yeah, if you don't follow me on TikTok, follow me on TikTok. I'm trying to do more on there, but like I said, I don't even think I'm gonna do the 10-hour thing. Like I said, like they're like, oh, we'll send you diamonds. So I made like $30-something. I took it out of TikTok, put it in my PayPal. It never arrived in my PayPal. Never. It's not in my TikTok. I'm like, where is it? It's just like floating around somewhere. So I'm kind of annoyed at that, and that's just it's not worth it for that much. But yeah, I do need to. Yeah. But it's not. I was like, oh, I can do it, And then Lizzie, like, she tries to tell me because I'm like, oh, I gotta pay this, oh, I gotta do that. She's like, oh, well, I'll help you, and then she's having so much problems with her neck and stuff, like she's not able to. Like, you're saying you're gonna help me, but you really can't because you're tired too. So I don't know. Big Macs are expensive. It's not like, I don't know. I mean, I have 15 days to decide if I want to do it. They're like an agency and they give you diamonds, but I've only done like 6 hours worth of lives. and I always end up having to do readings or something, and it's like, oh, I don't like, it gets tiring just doing readings all the time. I don't want to get burnt out. I feel like I'm burnt out already. Yeah, everything's expensive. Who knows? Probably $5. I mean, not like I really need a Big Mac, but sometimes they're good. I try to, but like I don't have really many days off. I have more days off now than I did because a lot of the reschedules, like, and there's a couple people that never got back to me rescheduling, and I'm not going to chase people down. Like, you either get back to me and you want your reading or you don't. That's not my problem. So that's kind of an issue because people are not seriously, guys, sorry, barking at him again. Like, seriously, there's a couple people that never got back to me. I messaged them and they haven't got back to me. So if they don't, I mean, I don't know what to say. I guess if they ever want their reading, they'll get back to me, huh? Like, I can't remember to chase people down. But I chase you down once or twice and you reschedule and you don't show up again and you don't get back to me on like Messenger or email or anything, then I don't know what to say. So I have 2 days off. I did just have a break, and during that break I worked. So I have 2 days off a week, but I always end up that's good because I need to do things, so I don't really ever get a day off. Sundays from with my mom's, you know. And after October, I'll have more days off because I haven't done reschedules that far. So, yeah, no, it's not a break. I think I put some time off at the end of October. I'm gonna have to check. Yeah, another one is Gypsy Kalungi. Her husband also did that to her, and I swear, like, I have her location, and the location I have is where he pinged, but I can't get it's all sandy and stuff. I don't know if they're ever gonna go look, but it's posted out there. So I don't know what to say. And I just found it odd that like where I got was where he pinged last, but can't get it. I don't think they've searched there. Yeah. What I really like is In-N-Out or The Habit. Those are my two favorite places for burgers. That's crazy. $20? That's nuts. I mean, it's close to that here, but I'm 20 minutes from anything, so yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a pain. I just think sometimes I get very overly annoyed that I don't get more information or I can't see things clearly, and that's my own thing. Like, I have to just learn that it's just I'm gonna get what I'm gonna get. I'm gonna get it, I guess. But people do not understand how it works. They don't. I've had many people say, "Well, you're psychic. You're supposed to know that." Like, you know what I thought about the other day? When I pass away, there's gonna be some stupid ass comment saying, "Well, she was psychic. She should have been able to predict that." Give me a break. I was thinking about that the other day because I've heard that, like on Sylvia Brown's, like I've seen him do that to her. Yep, it's not. I don't really get a break. What's the break? I don't know. I think I did I think I did put time off for the end of October. I'm gonna have to look. Like I was lucky the last time that the beginning of this month when I got the time off that I put that I didn't know I had. I think it was actually last week. I didn't check I check my schedule every day before and I email people and tell them, "Oh, you have a reading today. This is how you reach out." So I don't really know what my schedule is. So when I go and there's nothing there, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I have vacation." And that's good because then I don't schedule anything. But then I try to get caught up on like house stuff and all that crap. I got it from Amazon. It was actually sent to me from as a gift. I do them either StreamYards or chat. I prefer to do chat because there's no distractions. I can get really deep and I feel like I give the best readings that way because it's just me in spirit and there's nobody looking at me and I'm not sitting there like trying to get information when people look at me. I feel like I get information a lot slower that way. So I prefer chat. People can use the voice if they want to. They don't want to type, but people can save their chats. Or I do the StreamYard, which is video. I don't do phone. It's just that's the way that I work best. Everybody works their own way and so there's less distractions. I don't have to set up. All that. I prefer the chat. I've been doing chat for 11 years and I've been doing the video for 1. I just feel like I'm better at it. I feel like I don't miss any information. Well, like I do with video. Not saying that my videos aren't good when I do readings that way. I just feel like with private readings, they're just better in chat. We always talk about food on here. It's bad. I think I'm always hungry. Everything is crazy expensive. Hey, what do you have there? Bring that here. Cheyenne, don't eat that. What are you doing with that? In my opinion, allegedly, yes. Motive mean opportunity. In my opinion. Could he have thrown off the investigation? Most definitely. Just being smart about stuff. You know, he's one of the smarter ones. I thought he was kind of dumb in the beginning, but actually, unfortunately, yeah, I don't get time off. What's that? And then I had someone on my TikTok being like, "You only do readings 2 hours a day." I'm like, "Yeah, how much do you think I could do readings? Like, it's draining, dude." Oh yeah, I know. That's what Shira had earlier was paper, and she had a top from a bottle or something. Well, they're just doing shit to get my attention. But Shira's little, she had like a little, I thought it was an abscess. And last year it was just little like this, and it kind of like was like a sore. And so I healed it. It was fine, but now it's grown. It's like that big now. So I'm like, I guess I have to take her in and get it aspirated, and hopefully it's on her leg. She's fine. She eats fine. She sleeps fine. She drinks fine. She might seem like she lose a little bit of weight, but so I love my vet. Hopefully, she'll just aspirate it and let me know, and then she'll probably want to remove it. It's my guess because it's growing. But I haven't had that on any of my other dogs, so that's all new territory for me. She's probably about 6ish, 7ish, but she's not a huge dog. She was my son's dog, and then she became my dog. You know, he always gets these, I gotta have that dog. And then I ended up with him. Yeah. All good, all good. Yeah, there's definitely, in my opinion, no hiding that he did it. It's just proving it. That's where they're going to come into problems because they have to be able to put him there. I think there was evidence in the Range Rover. Did they ever check the Range Rover? Does anybody know? Because I remember the Range Rover kept coming in my reading last time, and it was like she also told me not like wrong location. I don't know what that meant when she was saying that. Like if I had the wrong location, they had the wrong location, or something. But then the Range Rover kept kind of coming in, and it just makes me wonder if he didn't put her somewhere else and then took the Range Rover, and because they know that they're gonna check the truck. He's sure to get rid of that Range Rover really fast. Like if you think your wife is coming home, why are you gonna get rid of her car and all of her stuff? That makes no sense. Like that right there is sketchy as heck. You know? And that's what I'm saying. Like he sold it a week after she disappeared. It makes me wonder if there was an evidence in there and the cops didn't even get to, you know what I mean? Like there's probably stuff that's probably he took her car because everybody's expecting him to take the truck. And then so they probably checked the GPS on the truck and everything, but he got rid of the Range Rover. Got rid of it pretty fast. In my opinion, I think it was used in some shady stuff. Take her body or something. Hey, Shauna. Yeah, so a week after you disappeared, but yet he's sitting there saying, "Oh, we're expecting her to come back." Really? If you're expecting her to come back, why are you getting rid of all of her stuff? Why are you getting rid of the house? Like, why? It makes no sense. He didn't hire no private investigator. Like, if you want to, I can go over all those screenshots. There's 100 and it's 35 screenshots. There's 100 and something points that she makes of inconsistencies with Barry and whatnot. It took me like 20 minutes to read. I was like, man, there's a lot here. But I learned a lot that I didn't know. I just think that the cops were dumb by not taking both of the cars, but yeah, but his excuse was he used it for a deer or something. And that makes me wonder if that wasn't the gun I was hearing and I took it as a gun. I don't know. I kept getting a repeated image of something that wouldn't go away, and I was like, that doesn't seem right though. But you never know. I don't know. He had guns. And I always say stuff if it repeats, and even if it's like no way that can't be right, because if it doesn't change and it repeats, it's usually right. That's one thing that like gets my attention. So he might have, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think he could have easily, like, it's in the glove box. Like, did he have it on a piece of paper or something and just put the piece of paper in the glove box? Like, there's a way to do that. Or if it was on there from when he bought the car, he bought the car used, it could have been that. Yeah, he did that. He did it a lot of stuff to throw. Excuse me, Hope. He did a lot of stuff to throw everything off. I don't think they've seen you. What are you doing, buddy? Oh, what are you doing? Want to say hi? Come here, you're a fat cat. This is Hope. She's fat. She's my lover, but she's not. Oh, okay. Here you go. You little fatty. Hey, little fatty. She's a plumpy girl. Yeah. That's what I think. Oh, she thinks she's one of the dogs. I mean, DNA can get on things all the time. I think it was a plant. I think he did a lot of stuff to plant it, and I think he planned this. I think once she said she was done, that was it. He started planning how he was going to get rid of her, in my opinion, for alleged entertainment purpose only. Because there's too much stuff that he did to throw everything off track that for some point I feel like he planned it, and he could have easily planted the DNA. He could have, I mean, look, he went as far as to plant her bike and her helmet. So, and then he went and did a whole bunch of shady stuff in Denver, and then probably went the other direction. But the fact that 3 dogs hit on that bobcat is, in my opinion, not a coincidence. I think at one point that's where she was, and then he put her there for a minute and then dug her up and put her somewhere else. I think she was somewhere else. Because last time I did the reading, I kept feeling like I was going like off-roading somewhere. I mean, I don't know, does he like know where a hunting cabin is or something? It's almost like I was getting that. And then he probably went down there when they weren't watching him anymore or whatever. I don't know. Or maybe he had help. Welcome. Yeah. I don't know. It's just it makes no sense. I feel like he had a plan. Yeah, I don't think it was the way that it came across in the last reading. Like, that's one thing that it keeps repeating, and I don't know if it's right though. Would he be that dumb to use a gun and have his bullet? That's what kind of doesn't make sense. But it's like a repeating image that I constantly get. Yeah, 1 week. That's what I'm saying. Like, and he's sitting there saying, "Oh, you know, we always thought she would come home. Please come home, but I'm going to get rid of your car with all your stuff in a week." That's everywhere though. Like, I don't even date. Like, I don't even, you know, I mean, things happen as they're going to happen, and we will go out of how we're going to go out depending on our contracts. But like, I wouldn't even want to meet anybody online. I keep thinking, like, if I were to date anybody online, like, how do I know they're not into like sex trafficking and stuff? Like, I don't know. You see these ones where like they go to meet a guy and then they disappear. It's everywhere. You never know about anybody. That's the problem. You know, and then you have people say, oh, you know, they're innocent. Or for instance, like with Dylan, and somebody was arguing with me because they knew Kurt, and they're like, no, he didn't do it, and argue with me. I'm like literally getting sick as I'm talking about Kurt to him, or I mean about James to him, and I'm literally getting sick about it. And he's like, no, he couldn't have done it. I'm like, you never know about anybody. Like he like beat somebody before, he gets pissed off, and you never know what anybody's capable of. Everybody is capable of something, and we just never know who's capable of what. You know, that's what I try to tell him. Like, I never get sick about talking about someone, but that day when I was talking about James, Dylan made me sicker than a dog. I felt like I was gonna puke. And so I was like, nope, that's my sign right there. Yep. But you have people that are like, no way, they couldn't have done it. How do you know? Like, you don't know what someone's capable of. What's your question about Summer? Hey, DJ. Yeah, you know what's crazy about Stephanie Parze is I found out recently that her dad went looking because of my reading, and he was literally right there, but he wasn't meant to find her. Because can you imagine if he would have found her? So he wasn't meant to find her, but he was very, very close to where she was. I know he has lots of guns because he's a hunter, but and I would make sense that he would use one, but it just that's where the evidence comes from, unless he gets rid of the gun, I guess. Like, I don't know. Yeah, they can, but they don't have. Problem is they don't have like. I'm worried about evidence and them not having enough evidence to charge. I was hoping by the 30th, because when I got in the auto rate number 17, I got the 30th after that. So I was hoping that's what they were trying to say in the auto rate, but I'm trying to see. I think I got it. I got it in the last world events I did, and then I got it in where else did I get it at? I know I got it in auto rate 10. It's only coming up in that. I swear I like got it for summer or something. But it is a world event, so see, I got it in auto rate 7. It says I also hear the number 17. Not sure about that. There's something about the 30th. But I also get like 3 to 4 a.m., which is what I got in her reading. I don't know. It feels like I was talking about a storm there, so it doesn't really make any sense. Anyways. I don't know. I can't say, you guys. I don't know unless things come to me. If things come to me, they're mentioned in a reading. Yeah, exactly. You can leave trace DNA real easy. Anybody that was in her glove compartment could do that. Yeah, but it came in as a gun. Like the way that I saw it, if you watch the live reading, I kept seeing placing a pillow and using a gun. And that was an image that repeated until I said it. But I've second guessed it. But now I can go back to that vision. So usually if I can go back to a vision, it's usually right. So I don't know. I guess that's something we'll find out. It doesn't do any good. I mean, even if you do background checks, you don't know what someone's capable of just because there's lots of people that never had anything in their background. The serial killers that have been caught recently don't have a background issue. Ted Bundy didn't have anything in his background. Whoops. Yeah, he does. I think maybe she was moved a couple times, but that's I think maybe when they got close, like, he would do it, but I don't know how he would do it without being seen. That's the thing. So, it's just a very random spot where he put her. And again, if he knew that it was a boneyard, I don't know how you would know that though, unless like that's what the locals called it. I don't know. Just kind of freaking weird. Yeah, I've done several readings on Rachel, but the first two readings, I don't understand them. And then I've tried to track him down. So the first reading, I don't know why I got that. It's got to be a reason for it, but I wasn't the only psychic that got a woman. Whether there's one hiding him or not, I don't know. Yeah, it's known for a dumping ground. That's what I'm saying. But by who did he know that? You know. Um. Yeah, Rachel's the first reading. I kept picking up a female for some reason, and I was like the fifth or sixth psychic that did. And then, so I don't know why. Like, it could be for any reason, really. It doesn't mean that I don't know. I got some weird shit with her stuff. And then, and things aren't always like literal, like I say. Like, just because I see something a certain way, it's not always literal. It can be like symbolic, two sides to someone, something like that. Might not necessarily be two people. And then so I did like one after the video came out, and then I did another one. I did two Autowrites I did one with Rachel and one with Ted. Um, that I feel like I always want to go over the bridge in Boston. I'm pretty sure Boston's over the bridge. I always want to go over that bridge, and then I'm always like on the coast whenever I try to track that dude. I don't know. Sometimes I get some weird crap on stuff, and I don't know how it fits till it happens. Till it happens. Just like Delphi. You have all these people come to me like, you said all this in Delphi. I'm like, yeah, but I don't know if I got it because the defense was going to have something. I mean, there's a lot of specific stuff that actually matches specific people. So that's why I'm thrown. I don't know. I'm like, okay, I'm just going to wait till trial. I'm not going to try to figure it out anymore because my mind went crazy for that case for 5 years. I can't. I got to quit trying to figure everything out because I would drive myself crazy. It's not like I'm going to go hunt down the people. I'm not law enforcement. I'm not meant to go hunt down someone. I'm also not meant to go find everybody or locate everybody. I don't know. I mean, he could have had help, but I think he took her vehicle I don't know if he got rid of it a week later. I think he definitely took her in vehicle somewhere. There's someone that actually lives where Stephanie like was found, and they said they drive by it all the time, and they said it's just as I said it was. And there was more stuff I got in the other readings that I never put out because I just didn't get to make a video. That worse things are like around the area. So but yeah, that was one of the first. That one drove me crazy too. Oh, I had her area and I was still looking for her. I had like some weird dream too. I had a dream about him that I saw him in a white shirt and he was like burying her. Um, I remember having that dream. Yeah, no, I found out recently that he was like in the area, like really, really close. He was trying to find where I was talking about. And I'm glad he didn't find her either. Like she got found how she was supposed to be found too. So yeah, that would have been really bad. But I had no idea that they did that till recently. Yeah, I mean it's possible. I mean, but is there really anybody that you can trust? I don't know. I don't know if he would trust anybody to not say anything because he's not wanting to get caught. So that's putting your destiny in somebody else's hands. So that's why the only thing I'm saying, like, I don't know if he really, unless he has something he can really hold over their head or they're really scared of him, you know, like, I don't see anybody that would help him or that he would ask for help because, again, you're putting your destiny in their hands as far as are they going to tell where her body is? Are they going to, tell on me? So that's one reason, like, I think people like him don't really use help. It's too risky in being caught, in my opinion. Yep, that's true. And regardless, there'll be karma and justice in some way, shape, or form. But the justice is mostly for us. I mean, yes, they need it too, but yeah. I'm just saying that's the only reason I don't think maybe he didn't use anybody is because he's not wanting to get caught. Yeah, exactly. And I don't think wants anybody turning on him. So, I don't know. If he got rid of I think he did use that. I think he did use it at some point. I don't know. I just can't shake that feeling that maybe to the next location he took her with that. I don't know. But yeah, my location was completely off. Did I get stuff in the area? Yeah, but you wouldn't like know it if you listen to the readings. Like you wouldn't have known at the time and like, okay, yeah, this fits there and that fits there. Like, I don't know, totally thrown off on why Spirit gave me what they gave. Because there's times like after people they're found, I'm like, why didn't you guys just tell me like off the side of the road at 17, like you did on Stephanie off Route 9? Like, why? you know, it's like, and then it's like, so why didn't you tell me that? And then describe the area as like, because they know how to get cars to me. They know how that sounds. So why didn't they just do that? That's what bugs me. After someone's found, it's like, you could have given this to me so easy. Why didn't you? Timing, I guess. That's all I can think about. I don't know. I mean, I don't think he'll win that lawsuit. He hasn't really been found innocent. They just dropped charges for now. Yeah, I haven't been able to shake that he used it for something. And that's one reason why he got rid of it. Probably like right after he used it. That's why he got rid of it so fast. In my opinion. But everything has timing, so That's just the way that it is. Like, if I'm meant to get a location and a name, I will. If I'm not, I won't. The closer it comes to it being solved, I get more information, it seems, because the energy. That's what I've noticed. So, I mean, I don't know if he'd really win that. I think if he was found innocent, yeah, but it was dismissed with prejudice. I don't know. Yep. I agree with that, unfortunately. I don't remember. I don't think so. I mean, how much evidence did he have if he took all those bags and then say he burned some? Like, it had to be like really messy. I mean, obviously, it was more than just a strangulation. We can do real quick. I can do cards on that. We can see what if we want to. We can see what what location. Hold on. If I can get my cards out of here, I don't know. We can see what the cards give us just for the hell of it. You know, we can see like thing is there's no weapons with this card. So that kind of sucks. It's not like I don't know if I want to do them now because there's only like a strangulation card. You know, that kind of sucks. I want to really make these cards because I want to make new cards because I don't know. They don't have enough like weapons and stuff. It's okay, baby. It's just the bug thing. She's scared of it. What I'm saying is they don't have weapons in these cards. It's kind of shitty. We're gonna I don't know. I'm wondering how accurate this is gonna be. I probably need to clear these. Okay, yeah. Basically, the way that I'm taking this points to him. Female, which is we look as Suzanne. Parental figure. Male parental figure is how I take it. Did any of the girls have kids? I don't think so. Because the grandparent came in. Caregiver. He's the caregiver of the kids. That's the way I take it. And thief. I mean, he stole a lot of money. He will be maybe will be a grandfather one day. I don't know. Who knows? He's old. Older. He's like in his 50s. That could mean older male. It depends on how you perceive the cards. It's not like there's an older male card, you know. I'd like to make my own. I don't have the time. I can't design them and stuff like that. So, unfortunately. What is this? Oh. Yeah, no, I have ideas, but I just don't have the time to do it. I'm not. If someone made them for me and I told them what to put on it, that would work. But Yeah, I mean, I did that. Those weren't accurate. But I didn't separate them like I did on this one. So, but I might just make my own again. But I have to get more cards because I don't have any. Puppy, don't be like that. Come on. She's so mean. She's such a mean dog. I see why this is coming up like this. Okay, so I got kind of weird stuff in the cards, but runaway because he was trying to say that she ran away. Homicide. Kidnapped. Faked death because he tried to say that she was kidnapped. He tried to say that maybe she ran off. She was trapped in the relationship. Drugs and poison, missing, and imprisonment. I mean, she was stuck in the relationship. But it doesn't show, like I said, there's nothing on here that's going to say there's no weapons or anything. Which when I thought about this, I was like, oh, maybe I'll get a gun. And I was like, oh, wait. Yeah, I have to get more. Like I said, I made some, they weren't accurate, but I didn't separate them like I do these. So I just need to, I mean, I have to get more cards to do it. They usually aren't restless. That's the thing. Souls aren't usually. Yeah, I mean, I watched some girl and she actually got a lot on the Delphi guy, actually. And she does like different ones that she made. So I just have to remake some because the ones I made are not accurate. Yeah, I think I only heard it was on the Globot, so I don't know where they're getting that other stuff at. I want to see what it gives me for a location. Oh yeah, I guess maybe I'll try to make them again. Those other ones they weren't. I gave up because they didn't turn out to be accurate, but I have a couple ideas now. I just have to get some cards. Yeah. See? Ah! I wish I would have pulled these for her. Because then I would have freaking known. Okay, so private property, that tells me it could have happened at the house, or she was on private property before. Outside, mountains, which there's mountains around us, Colorado. Desert. Fire and tunnel. Oh, he stole from the GoFundMe. He stole from her. I mean, obviously, he's been known for fraud. But he sold the business to two different people, the same business. You're not allowed to do that. There's lots of stuff he has done that makes him a thief. They're saying like he didn't use the GoFundMe money for what it was given for. He put like $20,000 in his bank account. He He tried to say that he hired a private investigator. No, he didn't. Oh, he's definitely greedy. I'm telling you, this had to do financial stuff. I bet you I pulled a financial card. Oh, he's horrible. He's a horrible person. I can't stand to look at his smug freaking face. I can't stand the way like he just acts like he's all that and he's gonna get away with it and he's just all smug. I just heard I don't know what I ever saw in him. I don't either, Suzanne. Huh. Well, that might be good. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I just keep pulling because they're accurate. I pull a lot of these. Okay. So we got success because he's a business owner. Work. Debt. Told you I'd pull financial cards. Social media. Anger. And love coming together. But I pulled the justice card. Maybe. Corruption. A gift. It was a gift finding her. No. Abuse, neglect. Which I got that before. And lies. No, just because it doesn't matter how someone passed away, it doesn't mean that they get stuck or restless. No, it doesn't work like that. Can it happen? Sometimes. But no. It's always a decision. Because he pays for everything with the daughters. He's manipulated them. Yep. Someone explained it today on the Crime and Shame about Stockholm Syndrome. Basically, because he takes care of everything and stuff and manipulates them, so he is very manipulative. You know, he's told them, oh, I couldn't have done this. Oh. So, yeah. Unfortunately. One day, hopefully, they see the light. Just because someone's a parent doesn't make them good. As we all know. So. Yep. Yeah. Hey, Marcy. Yeah. You know, in a way I feel bad for them because they can't see the light. I mean, it's so obvious and just the way that he's behaved and the things that have gone on, you know. I don't know. I don't know where. No, he lives in I heard he moved to Indiana. I don't know how true that is, but it's interesting because now that makes sense because she kept taking me back home to Indiana. And I thought maybe it had something to do with where she was, but I think it's because she was saying he was going to go back home to Indiana. So that might be why I got that in the reading. Yeah. So that's I think why I was getting the Indiana reference, which at the time when I'm doing the reading I didn't know that. But now it makes sense. That's why I always talk about like I get future stuff. So that could be definitely why. The girls are young and impressionable, you know. I don't Yeah, it's sad and because like I said, they're young and impressionable, so yep. Total narc. That's for sure. All right. Well, I don't know that I've done much on this live. I always think of stuff I want to say and then I can't think of it. I sit over there and I think of like this and that, and then I get on here and forget what I was to say. But yeah, he did make a lot of money moves immediately after. You're correct. He did. And that's what I'm saying. Like, you don't do that if your wife is missing and you're not after it for the money. So yeah, so that's why I kept getting like in my reading back home. I kept wanting to go back home, and I think it was because she was trying to tell me he was going to go back home. Which when I'm trying to find a body, I don't know what the hell it means, so I never know what anything means. Yeah. I mean, I was going to do another reading on it, and then I just didn't. I wish I would have pulled cards, though, because that told me the desert. I know. He annoys me so bad. He annoys me so bad. I can't handle to watch him. Yep. All business, yep. Oh, but you want your wife to come back, but you're selling her car and shit. Yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense. Dude. I don't know. I keep crisscrossing like the Gendulos in this case because Gendulos in this case is very similar. I gotta get out of here, that's why. Yep, no, he just tried to keep everybody away from the property and stuff. He didn't really actually go out and look for her. See, it's very similar. They built a business together too. Burial. Yeah. I have no idea. I can't tell you. Unless it's given to me in a reading, I don't know, guys. Like, people think that I just know everything. I just don't, unfortunately. I was just looking at Jen's because I got Rocky and dirt, soft and hard dirt. Reference to hunting area. Green came in this too. Weird. Jeep. Near a creek and a specific big tree and bigger rocks. So someone showed a picture of a tree by itself. This isn't Jen's reading though. It's kind of weird. Huh. I mean, that matches were Lone Highway. Very desolate. Helicopter. Sounds a lot like where she was. Unless they're in similar places. I don't know. I hate location, you guys. Seriously, I suck at it. I don't like it. Yeah, they're all labeled. They're all in what are they called? Playlist. They're all in playlist. Maybe. I mean, I don't know. Unless they show me, they've never showed me him in orange, so I can't say. Yep. Well, I think I'm gonna get off here. I stayed on here longer than I wanted to. 2 hours. I don't want to stay on that long. I'm tired. I need to go try to give this goat some probiotic if I can get her to take it for now, so I can figure out what else to do. I think garlic would help, but I don't know. She shouldn't have it, so always something. There's always something. Always something on the weekend, and then I stress out the whole weekend. So, story of my life. Yeah, because I mean, it was easy. It was by the Titanic. It was easy location. I just when they're for some reason when they're difficult like this, I don't know. I struggle with it. I have a hard time with it. Like, because I see things like I'm there. So, for some reason, I feel sick. For some reason, I don't know. Maybe too much coffee. Trying to stay awake. But I kind of feel nauseous now. But I was rereading, and it seems like the area that I'm describing for Jen Dulos matches this. This is so stupid. Yeah, I think she's got the D word. So I think she's got coccidia, but that's the only thing I know that causes that issue is my vet's closed. So yeah, but there's some places in Connecticut that are like that have more dirt like area, you know. Oh, I definitely undermined it. Undermine when it comes to location. It's hard because it's like I could see how to get there. I could tell you what's around it, but finding it on a map, can't do it. Unfortunately, that's just the way it rolls for me. So I wish I was better at that. I always get sick on the weekends. It's just so ridiculous. I'm hoping that she gets back to me. I called and left a message and I sent an email, but she's usually not in the office, but I think she checks sometimes. I try, guys. I try. Like I said, I don't know. I've kind of given up on trying to find location. It's kind of like I just want to put the information out and just leave it and hope that it makes sense. at some point, because that's how I feel about it, because otherwise I drive myself kind of crazy over this stuff. Like, oh, I got a locator. Oh, where are you? Like, I got to do it. Like, that's how I feel all the time. So I kind of drive myself crazy with with it. Like, no one sees the hours and stuff I'm on maps, and they drain me too. I just can't. Um SP. Oh, Stephanie Parze. I was thinking Susan Powell. I was like, huh? Yeah. Um Yeah, but I didn't know exactly where off of Route 9 she was. So, I don't know. I mean, it all worked out. She got found anyways. She's supposed to be found. So, I just feel kind of sick for some reason. But I'm going to go ahead and jump off here, guys. Thank you so much for all of your love, support, and just chilling with me and talking this out and everything. I sincerely appreciate it. And I'll see you guys next time.